off of that is, out of the second-year quarterbacks entering 2025, who will have the biggest step up from their rookie year last year?
See, here's the problem. Jayden Daniels, it's hard to step up from where he was then. So you got to eliminate him from the equation. Bo Nix, he went to the postseason. They had a very good year. Is it unfair? Are we talking about individual performance there? So I'm going to leave him on the teetering line as well. Caleb Williams can only go up. Drake Maye can only go up. We haven't even seen McCarthy, so I'm not even going to... He can't even place him on the podium. And Penix. Weirdly enough, if I had to predict somebody to really take a step forward, I'd say Penix.
This is like the guy that you want to buy their sport card now, because the literal stock and the literal value of it will go up to the end of the season.
Michael Penix seems like sort of the forgotten one to me. Everybody's all eyes on Ben Johnson and the Caleb Williams experiment. I like Caleb. I thought he had a pretty good year, all things considered, after getting sacked 70 times. But Penix is sort of forgotten about. And Atlanta, listen, I was high on them last year. I got burned. But they've invested some capital into the defensive side of the ball. The coaching issues, I understand. But with the talent that they have, you got to think that I think they're going to trend upward, and I think he might surprise some people.
It better be Caleb Williams. That's my answer. It's Caleb Williams, and guess what? It better be. With Ben Johnson and a brand new tight end, another wide receiver. Do they really need another wide receiver? He threw for 3,500 yards last year, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. To Colin's point, kid had no offensive line, was getting sacked all over the place. But when they needed big plays in late games, and they were in close games last year, and Caleb did not play well. I thought Caleb Williams was going to be plug and play. I thought he was going to have the year that Jayden Daniels did. I thought the Bears were going to be that Washington Commanders last year who had made the playoffs and have some. Now, I wouldn't have predicted NFC Championship, but you get the point. I thought the Bears were going to be that team to make the playoffs with the rookie quarterback. It better be Caleb.
Number 3.
On the same token, who's most likely to have a sophomore slump out of all of the historic rookie year quarterbacks in last year's draft?
It's got to be, I mean...
Now, let me...
Right?
Kyle, can I get some clarification on this? Did they have to have a good year one? Because I don't think Drake Maye had a good year one. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Bo Nix played well.
Stunk, but I think they were pleased.
Hang on. The quarterbacks I think that played well last year, Bo Nix, Jayden Daniels. The rest, if Caleb struggles this year, is it really a sophomore slump? But I get what you're saying. Taking a step backwards. I think it's Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix played it pretty doggone good for a rookie last year. I think tape's out on him now. I like Sean Payton a lot. I really do. I think he's a great coach. I just don't know how good Bo Nix actually is.
Well, yeah, you look at the wins that the Broncos had. It's very deceptive how they were above 500 in a playoff team. They beat the bad teams, and they lost to the good teams. That's pretty much what you saw.
Under that criteria that I guess I just set for us, I'm going to go with Bo Nix.
Because I also don't think that it's a
sophomore.
In the
postseason, too.
It's not a sophomore slump if Jayden Daniels makes the playoffs, wins a playoff game, and gets bounced in the next round. That's not a slump.
Right.
Did C.J. Stroud have a slump?
That's what I was about to argue.
That's exactly what happened.
But he didn't win a game in the playoffs. Right. They lost.
I think you got to win and they were at home, too, right?
No, they were on the road in Kansas City.
I thought they played the Chargers.
They played Kansas City, I'm pretty sure.
They won, though.
Did they win a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
They win.
They must have
They won a playoff game.
So we have a thing called ESPN.com.
Yeah, they killed Herbert.
The game they lost was Kansas City. And they did, they did kill. Yeah, didn't Herbert throw 4 picks?
Ooh, yeah, so I guess, do we consider C.J. Stroud a sophomore slump?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's so unfair because no one saw Stroud coming.
I mean, guys.
And then once you put that on tape, we kind of expect it. No one saw Jayden Daniels coming.
To that point, maybe the easy answer is Jayden Daniels. The kid threw for 3,500 yards, ran for almost 900 yards.
It's going to be hard to replicate what he did.
Absolutely.
I guess the difference is C.J. Stroud had less reason to take a step back because the division's so easy. If the Commanders aren't as good as the Eagles next year, who's going to blame them? It's like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Giants are better. The defense for New York is better. I think Dallas will be better.
The NFC as a whole will probably be a little bit better. It's just hard to replicate what he did. That's an NFC Championship appearance. Now, I think Washington made good moves. They were aggressive. They went and got Samuel. They went and re-signed some defensive pieces. But they're old. They're aging. It's not the most far-fetched thing to believe that team might crack down a little bit and their age starts to show, and all of a sudden Jayden Daniels is not the beneficiary of that. That would be my takeaway. I love Jayden Daniels. I thought he was better than Stroud was actually his rookie year. I thought he was a little bit more composed. He was a little bit less of a risk taker.
Fair
and
enough.
I thought he was a better, just like a plug-and-play quarterback. But, I mean, that's the only option.
I will defend CJ a little bit. Kid threw for over 4,000 yards, didn't play every single game in the regular season. Pretty doggone good.
He had a great season, but it was the same thing that they got killed on. And I know Washington did this to a degree, but they relied on third down a whole bunch, third and longs, airing the ball out. And then they got burned by it when they relied on it again the next year. I could see Knicks falling off a little bit, but that defense is so good and they got better.
Who is the corner they drafted? They got
Jedi Barron.
They got Surtain and that kid now.
Yeah. So they got a very good team. Very underrated, a great defense, a top-tier defense. So off of that, I'd be a little nervous to say Knicks is going to take a big drop-off.